Good evening once again. Welcome to another round of the GT3 Sprint Series. This evening we are at the Bahrain International Circuit. We are just finishing off the practice session and then we will roll into qualifying. A little bit lower on numbers this evening, so we're hoping that there's going to be some people last minute join. We have had 30 competitors in the last few that we have streamed, but currently we're down at around 11 or 12 competitors, so hopefully this will improve. Stick with us, just 44 seconds to go and the qualifying will be underway. As always, join me in the chat. Let's create our own entertainment if the entertainment on track isn't enough for you. This evening we will be joined by a VIP commentator. All will be revealed in just a few moments, but I think you're going to be very, very surprised who we have in store for you this evening. So the timer ticks down to 0. The cars just completing their final laps of this practice session. Round 5 then this evening. I think there's one more round which will decide the championships. You will notice there's a bit of a delay on SimGrid updating the results, but they will be done very, very soon, we promise. There has been a few issues with the amount of tickets that have been submitted for racing incidents, or maybe not racing incidents, as the case may be. So all the cars lining up, it looks like somebody's left the pits there before the green light, so that looks like Adam Foster in the yellow Mercedes, and indeed you see those red arrows on the screen, and that will mean that he has to return to the pits. Looks like he may be pulling over. No, he's just lost the rear through that first complex. Let's have a run through the as all the cars come round and do the familiar warm-up, which will take 2 laps or so to get the tyres into the operating window, or the optimal operating window, and then we should see some representative lap times. So we're looking at Albert Serigili in the Lamborghini, and then behind him is Samuel Wibbly in the black and red Ferrari. Following him is Wesley Beekhouse in the AMG GT3, and then Bart Tonks in the same car but in the black livery. Then we've got Yuri van Dongen in the blacked out McLaren, so either I don't have the livery or he's chosen the wrong one. I know there was a last minute change for Yuri. He's then followed by Sam Wooldridge in the red and black Mercedes, and then Aaron Sterrett in the SAR coloured McLaren. Jonathan Howless, who dominated the last time we streamed, in the yellow and black Lamborghini. Then Tom Lyons in the familiar Aston Martin. Aston Martin. Then Marco Kuman in the Porsche with the reptile livery. So snakeskin on the front, or lizard, who knows. And then red on the back. Maybe this is a famous livery that I just don't know about. I'm trying to read the front. Something Racing. Maybe you can let me know in the chat what that livery is. And then Troy Fry in the black and orange McLaren. Currently that is the only cars in the server, so 13 as it stands, but we're hoping to see a few more. As always, if you can just let me know if there's audio in the chat. If I don't get an answer in the next 10 minutes, then I can start panicking and scrabbling around trying to sort that. So yeah, just drop us a little message in the chat if you can hear what I'm saying, and we can concentrate on the on-track action as Albert Serigili loses the rear there. Really slow, lazy slide there. A flash of the lights from the Ferrari. We're nearing the end of this Sprint Series. This is Series 2 that we're currently on. It's been quite a successful series as far as numbers. I mean, this round being the exception to that rule, with relatively few drivers turning up this evening. We usually see the opposite. We usually see in the winter the numbers go up as we all go into our hibernation mode. But for whatever reason, at the moment, we're just struggling for numbers. We didn't manage to stream last week, so that's probably why, isn't it? Eh? No, so I'm not sure how many numbers were, or how the numbers were last week, but certainly the week before were very, very good. So maybe some of the guys who are out of the championship giving up and deciding to move on and try and hedge their bets in another series. 5.5 minutes to go. 5.5 minutes remaining of qualifying, and Samuel Wibberley is currently your pole sitter in the Ferrari. He's done a 2:03.622, but we have seen the times down in the 2:02s during practice, so I imagine these times will tumble from here on in. With 5 minutes to go, all the cars should be getting their tyres up to temperature now, so I imagine each time a car crosses the line, they should be able to improve their times, if they've managed to keep it on the circuit, that is. Samuel Wibberley currently a second ahead of Jonathan Lowe in the Ford Mustang. Had a bit of a nightmare last time we streamed, had an incident early on and spent the whole race recovering from there, and then I think he might have had an incident towards the end as well, so it was a bit of a nightmare the last time out for Jonathan Lowe. No such misfortunes for Jonathan Howless, or Haulas as he's known. In the previous stream, he dominated that, or both races, managing to keep it on the circuit. I think that was Sebring, and he absolutely stormed away at the front and kept it on the black stuff. Apologise if it wasn't Sebring, that's just off the top of my head. Again, just let me know if you can hear the audio in the chat, even if it's just a little thumbs up. Otherwise, I will start panicking. And then, well, you won't hear any commentary. Maybe you don't need the commentary. Maybe the noise of the cars is enough for you. There you go. Can you hear that? As I mentioned, we will be joined by a VIP commentator slightly later on. I think he's busy at the moment, you know, the lives of the rich and famous. They do struggle to find time for us peasants. Oh, and Jonathan Howlers catching, I think that was Yuri van Dongen in the McLaren, so just catching him under the braking, caught out with how much Yuri was braking there. And having to take avoiding action, but I think there was actually contact as well, so that's going to have really scuppered Jonathan's qualifying efforts. Thank you, Steve, in the chat. Appreciate that. That's going to really scupper Jonathan's efforts, especially if he's got damage on that Lamborghini. And that is Jonathan Lowe, I think, has had a spin in the Mustang. So the woes continue. That's Adam Foster following closely behind one of the Porsches, and that's ruined his lap there as well. So traffic playing a key part here in the efforts. We're down on a 2:01, so I did miss Adam Foster crossing the line on the last time round, and he's done a 2:01.966. Samuel Wibbly behind him on a 2:02.111, so only a tenth and a half behind him. Hello Craig in the chat. Really close at the front. Jonathan Howless having to check up there in the braking zone, but he has managed to put in a time just 3.5 tenths behind Adam Foster. So a few tenths will make all the difference at the front of the field at the moment. Sam Wooldridge currently sits in 4th position. He's coming down the main straight now. Can he improve on his 2:02.5? He gets a 2:02.53, so he improves by 3 thousandths of a second, or 300ths of a second, sorry, and doesn't improve on position, so he maintains 4th position for the time being. Wesley Beekhouse in 5th position in the Mercedes, currently on a 2:02.6, so only a tenth behind Sam Wooldridge. Looks like we've got a few guys that have not managed to fire up the game quite early enough, because there was a big patch, so a big download that was required for this evening, so we might see some late joiners. Maybe race 2 we may have more guys in the field. Who is on a quick lap? 36.4 for the first sector. Let's see if we can get the sector times on the screen. We don't know how reliable these are, but Samuel Wibbly appears to be on a fast lap for the time being. Jonathan Howless also on an equally fast first sector. Both of these sectors are on the pace, or these first sectors are on the pace. You can see Jonathan Howless up in the first sector as well. So we will keep an eye on Jonathan Howless and Samuel Wibbly on these laps. It looks like Samuel is going to complete the lap before Jonathan, so we'll watch him through the final turn and across the line and see if he can improve on his 2nd position. Currently a tenth and a half behind Adam Foster. He does improve, and he smashes the pole position time by 0.83 of a second, so nearly a second in the lead for Samuel. Let's have a look at Adam Foster. Jonathan Howless coming through the final turn. I did mean Jonathan, I'm not sure why I clicked on Adam Foster. So let's see him across the line here, if he can improve on 4th position, currently on a 2:02.3. What's this? A 2:01.7, so he jumps up into 2nd position, 6 tenths behind Samuel Wibbly. Marco Kuhlmann crossing the line there, 11th position, in the best he can manage. Adam Foster also crosses the line, does not improve on 3rd position. So Samuel Wibbly way out ahead. That's everybody finished, other than maybe, no, everybody's in the pits. And everybody has completed their qualifying efforts. So Samuel Wibbly on pole position, 6 tenths ahead of Jonathan Howless in 2nd position. Then Adam Foster in 3rd, 0.7 behind the leader. Then Albert Serigili in 4th. Sam Wooldridge 5th.
Drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Wesley Beekhouse 6th. Tom Lyons 7th. Aaron Sterrett 8th. Bart Tonks 9th. Jonathan Lowe 10th. Marco Kuhlmann 11th. Troy Fry 12th. And Yuri van Dongen 13th. So just over a minute to wait until we start the short rolling start for race 1 of round 5 of the GT3 Sprint Series by Slip and Grip Sim Racing. So all of the cars spawning onto the grid as we look at the front of the red and black Ferrari of Samuel Whibley. Managing to put it on pole by 0.6 of a second, so a huge lead in relative terms to the rest of the field. Not a huge field spread though, so hopefully as the times come down the grid will stay nice and close. Quite an easy one to hopefully keep on top of this evening, so less cars means it is easier for us to keep on top of. Let's make sure we've got all of the information available for you. Let's get the gap to next delta so you can see the gaps between each position. That will update on the tower. It's obviously nowhere near at the moment, all over the place. No idea what those numbers mean. You'll also notice LMU have still not fixed the car numbers, they've just removed them. Yeah, so no real progress on the overlays, which is a real shame. I've heard rumours that the developer that initiated the overlays is no longer part of the team, so we'll have to keep an eye on how that develops. Hopefully they don't just remove that completely. So they roll down then for the start of race one. The green light waves. So Jonathan Howlers to a very good start. He's actually gone and got in front of Samuel Whibley for the lead. He leads into turn one, into the braking zone. Samuel up the inside, they give each other space. Jonathan turns in, Samuel's unable, he just manages to keep around the outside. It's tight for third. Albert Seragili up the inside there of Sam Wooldridge, and he takes the position into fourth, Wooldridge into fifth, weaving the tyres to try and get some heat into those tyres of Adam Foster's yellow Mercedes. So Jonathan Howlers from Samuel Whibley, then Adam Foster, Albert Seragili, Sam Wooldridge are your top five, and then it looks like Wesley Beekhouse in sixth, Aaron Sterrett, then Tom Lyons, Jonathan Lowe, Bart Tonks, Troy Fry, Yuri van Dongen, Marco Koeman bringing up the rear. Samuel Whibley then losing that pole position, or losing the lead on lap one, unable to fend off the efforts from Jonathan Howlers. Can he stick with him? We know Samuel's got excellent pace here. Let's have a look further down the field. That's Sam Wooldridge getting very, very close to the back of Albert Seragili. Sam Wooldridge goes down the inside, and that's Tom Lyons a little bit further behind, trying to do the same move, but Tom Lyons unable to get it stopped. So Sam Wooldridge managed to pull off the move, but Tom Lyons failing to replicate that move, and he's got all that work to do again. Very close for the lead. Jonathan Howlers not getting away at the end of lap one. Samuel Whibley staying with him, and also Adam Foster right on the tail of these two. So the top three go into the final turn at the end of lap one, nose to tail. A little bit wide there for Adam Foster. That might compromise his exit just a little bit. He looks like he's tucked right into the slipstream. Sam Wooldridge just a little bit further behind in that red Mercedes, followed by Albert Seragili. Very, very close to the... If I just missed a move, I've just missed a move on screen. I was looking at the timing tower as always. So Albert Seragili up into fourth position on Sam Wooldridge. So I'm not sure exactly how he got that done. I did see a flash of the light, so maybe Sam Wooldridge not happy about that move. Maybe a bit of a dive. Let me know in the chat what I missed. And we can maybe look at a replay after the race. So, top 3, rounding the tight right hairpin, Jonathan Howlers from Samuel Whibley and Adam Foster in 3rd position. Very late on the brakes from Adam Foster there, almost looked like he was about to run into the back of Samuel. Sam Wooldridge here, right on the tail of that Lamborghini, going to try the same move again. He did this a lap earlier. Sends it quite late. Albert gives him lots of room. Very fair racing from the number 87 Lamborghini there. He looked to turn in, saw the Mercedes was there, and gave Sam Wooldridge the room. Wesley Beekhouse will be sat there in 6th position, ready to pounce on these two. Is that a car wide in the background? I'm not sure. Tom Lyons all over the back of Jonathan Lowe. So Jonathan Lowe having a reasonable race at the moment. You just see in the background Marco Koeman and Yuri van Dongen. Yuri van Dongen's had an incident. He's way off the back of the pack at the moment. So side by side then, down the main straight for Samuel Whibley and Adam Foster. Samuel Whibley in the red Ferrari on the outside and Adam Foster on the yellow Mercedes on the inside. Can he get the move done? He's on the inside. Samuel's unable to hang it around the outside, so Adam Foster into 2nd position then, demoting the pole sitter down to 3rd position. So Jonathan Howlers, Adam Foster, Samuel Whibley, Sam Wooldridge, Albert Seragili and Wesley Beekhouse make up the top 6, and then a little gap back to Aaron Sterrett in the SAR coloured McLaren. Hello to mate Sparky in the chat. Hope you're all okay. Shame you're not racing as always, but maybe one day. Looks like Jonathan Lowe getting quite deep there in the braking zone. Fastest lap is by Jonathan Howlers, and it looks like he's gapped a little bit here, so he's managed to get 2, 3, 4 car lengths over Adam Foster. Samuel Whibley trying to hang on to the back of this yellow Mercedes. I'm not sure what's going on with the deltas on the leaderboard, because they are all over the place and clearly not correct. A reminder that slightly later on we will be joined by a very, very IP person in the commentary booth. Don't know what Josh is on about in the chat, but yeah, we will be inviting a VIP to the commentary booth, and you are not going to believe who we've secured for this evening. All I'm going to tell you is it's a real life racing driver, and I'll let your mind wander to who that may be. Samuel Whibley then right on the back of Adam Foster. Not looking like he's got the pace at the end of the straight, just a little bit too far back, unable to send a bit of a lunge there. He's trying to get in the mirrors of Adam Foster, and Jonathan Howlers isn't getting away at the front here, so they're managing to stay on terms with Jonathan Howlers. The lap times are very similar. Jonathan Howlers currently 0.2 quicker on his ultimate fastest lap, but only, well, I can't even tell you the gap because the deltas don't work, but let's say that's probably about 0.6 of a second. Let's go old school. Tom Lyons looks like he's shaping up in the background. Oh, he's actually in front of Aaron Sterrett, so no, he's not going forwards. He might be going backwards at this rate. Yeah, this is not great timing, is it? Nicholas Hamilton. No, we were unable to secure Nicholas Hamilton. Yep, no, can't say what I was about to say. But anyway. Samuel Whibley in 3rd position, still on the back of Adam Foster, and this is a really close little battle here. We know Samuel has probably, or potentially, the most pace out of anyone. He sends it down the inside. That's quite a bold move, and Adam Foster, having none of it, just hangs it round the outside and says, try again, mate. So Samuel kept at bay for another lap. 11 minutes and 50 seconds to go, so we're approaching the halfway point. Jonathan Howless maintains that lead from Adam Foster, and then Samuel Whibley, after a relatively poor start, dropped to third position, but still hot on the heels of Adam Foster in second position. Yellow flag on circuit then. I'd like to say somebody's dropping down the field, but with these sector times, it's anyone's guess. It really is, unfortunately. Absolute shambles. You'd be pleased to know that I do actually leave bug reports with the developers, but they quickly get filed along with all the other bug reports and never viewed ever again. Well, that's what it feels like. Anyway, enough of the moaning. Jonathan Howless has gapped Adam Foster, and Adam Foster continues to come under pressure from Samuel Whibley, who goes wide on the entry. He's trying to get a good run. He loses the rear though, so he's not going to take advantage of that drive on the exit of the corner. Adam Foster still going slightly defensive there into this tricky double left apex. Downhill, off camber, the inside wheel going light. Easy to lock a wheel there and just run deep. But Samuel Whibley continues to press Adam Foster for second position. Oh, don't know what to say about that. So there was some different lines being, and then Samuel Whibley getting it all out of shape again there. So some slight movement under braking, just trying to offset different lines, but looked very aggressive from off board. Tell you what, Sam Wooldridge is getting involved in this battle for second position. All the little squabbles of second and third has allowed Jonathan Howless to increase. I'd say that's about 3 seconds at the front, 2.5, 3 seconds at the front, and then Adam Foster has Samuel for company. Lots of track taken there, all the cars taking all the liberties, abusing their track limit tokens, and then Sam Wooldridge looking to get on this battle for second position. Albert Seragili not too far behind either in the white and green Lamborghini, and he's had Wesley Beekhouse, who's not really shown much pace as he nearly loses the car there. Wesley, we expect to come. Oh, and he's pulled over. Not sure what's going on there, so we just switched to Wesley. I was about to say that he's been lacking a bit of pace, and he's pulled over and gone back to the pits, and then that was Aaron Sterrett and Jonathan Lowe getting pretty fruity, and then that's Jonathan Lowe under pressure from Troy Fry in the orange and black McLaren. Samuel Whibley has got past Adam Foster, so as always we miss the incident, and now Adam Foster has got Sam Wooldridge for company. So Sam Wooldridge was catching up the back of those two, so maybe an incident between those two, or Adam Foster, maybe a mistake from him, but he's down to third position after making good progress early on. Samuel Whibley now back on terms and more settled in the the Ferrari. Sam Wooldridge goes to the inside of Adam Foster, has a look into the final turn. Nothing he can really do, but he is putting Adam Foster under pressure all the time, and he's got a good run here. Yeah, if you jump in now, Craig, you will get P13. Yuri Van Dongen's been in the pits as well. Adam Foster goes defensive. Sam Wooldridge to the outside to take the normal racing line. So Adam Foster will be compromised a little bit, but it won't be too bad because of the style of this little complex. But I'll tell you what, Sam Wooldridge has got a really good run. He's on the outside, which isn't the best side to be, but he's going to be well alongside Adam Foster. So it's going to be a battle on the brakes. Adam Foster turns in quite early. Sam Wooldridge takes a late turn in to try and get a good run, but this is a fast section through here, so there's not a great deal you can do. All you can hope is to be right on the back end of the car in front, down the hill into the tight right-hander. Let's see what they're like on the brakes. They're quite close. Both of them on the limit of the brakes. See the cars juddering under braking there, but Sam's got a good exit there and he's right on the back bumper of Adam Foster through this double left-hander off camber downhill. Pressure's on not to go wide, and Sam's going to get a good exit there, but he's just seemed to lose a little bit of traction on the exit. Keeping an eye at the front, it's as it was. You see them in the distance. Adam Foster not giving Sam Wooldridge the room this time. We saw him go past Albert Seragili at the start of the race, but no such luck with Adam Foster. 6 minutes to go of race 1 of round 5 at the Bahrain International Circuit. This is the Slip and Grip GT3 Sprint Series. We're watching Sam Wooldridge in the red Mercedes versus Adam Foster in the yellow and black Mercedes. Sam Wooldridge closing all the time. This should be a good run onto the start-finish straight. Let's see if he can close in. Just losing out at the moment, maybe running slightly more downforce or just getting a slightly worse exit from the final turn. So he's not going to be in a position to send a move unless he really attacks the brakes. He's good on the brakes, he's closed up, a good car length there and managed to get it turned. Could he be in a position down this short straight to attack? He's a car length behind, further than he was going in, so I don't think he's going to be able to do anything here. Good to see Sam has the flashing lights button mapped. Absolutely, that's the first one you map before even steering, but Adam Foster's gone wide there, so Sam's going to try and stick to the back of Adam Foster through this complex, and hopefully he'll be closer this time down the hill. Will Adam defend? He's managed to gap him in that last left-hander, but Sam is going to get a good run here. Can he keep the rear end in check? He just always never seems to be quite close enough. It'll be a brave move into here if he can do anything. 4.5 minutes to go as we watch the battle for third position. Looks like it's heating up for 5th position with Albert Seragili and Tom Lyons behind, so these two might come to blows late on. A little bit further back as well, I think that's Troy Fry and Aaron Sterritt. So Aaron Sterritt in the white, orange and black McLaren versus the black and orange McLaren of Troy Fry. Troy Fry down the inside. Aaron gives him room. It's going to be side by side through this long sweeping left-hander. Can Aaron stay up the inside? He's thought about it, but he gets his nose chopped off, and Troy Fry gets the move done. Back to this battle for third position, the final podium position between Adam Foster and Sam Wooldridge, and Sam Wooldridge is all out of shape and he's nearly lost the car on the exit. He was really banking on getting a good run down the start finish, but he almost loses the car and almost ends up in the barrier on the inside of the circuit. Troy Fry now coming under pressure from Aaron. He's just got past him, but Aaron not prepared to give up that position just yet. Only 3 minutes to go, so if either of these guys can get a position back, it's not a great deal of time to have to defend until the end of this race 1. We'll try not to jump away from this battle because we will miss it. Maybe Sam Wooldridge won't want us to watch, because if we do flick away, he'll probably get the position. We won't give him that luxury. Jonathan Howless out in front looks pretty much unfazed at the moment. He's not got the fastest lap, actually. Samuel Whibley in the Ferrari, who's come back on terms at the latter stages of this race, had a poor start and went down to third position, but has since come back strongly and has the fastest lap of the race so far. Lots of curb taken by both cars there. These two seem pretty equal on pace. Sam Wooldridge always unable to just get into that position. But all it takes is a small mistake from Adam Foster to allow Sam on the back of him. It looks like he got a better run this time, but is it enough? As we look back from the rear of Adam Foster's Mercedes, Sam Wooldridge unable to really close that gap, certainly on the straight. He's good on the brakes and good on the mid-corner. Gains some time, but Adam Foster does get a better exit, and it ends up being status quo once again. Tom Lyons closing up on Albert Serigili in the background. Keep an eye on those two, having to concentrate on the visual gaps due to the deltas not really working. Craig's going to be joining us for race 2, so one more car on the circuit for race 2. A little bit wide there for Adam Foster, but he's managed to get the car turned and fire out nice. Getting good traction out of that tight right hander. More curb taken from Sam Wooldridge. Tom Lyons right on the back now of Albert Serigili. Let's jump on board with Tom. See if he can do anything through this fast sector. He'll be in the dirty air. Oh, and that's Sam Wooldridge has spun. Sam Wooldridge has spun after the battle with Adam Foster for third, so Sam Wooldridge has spun. Steve will be kicking himself in the chat. I didn't see if that was a move on Adam Foster or if he's just lost that on his own, but as we know, as soon as we switch away from the battles, that's usually what causes the incidents, and Tom Lyons is also through on Albert Serigili, so we've missed everything. So fantastic work there from myself on the camera controls. But what a shame for Sam Wooldridge. Classic Sam bottle job. He should have a job in F1. There's been a few of those over the last few weeks, and that's the bloody final lap. So there we go. They've got Jonathan Howler, Samuel Whibley, Adam Foster, Tom Lyons, Albert Serigili, Sam Wooldridge in 6th position, Aaron Sterrett coming across the line in 7th, then Troy Fry in 8th, and Jonathan Lowe in 9th, then Bart Tonks coming across the line in 10th, Marco Koeman 11th, and then Yuri Van Dongen a little further behind. You say typical Sam, and it's typical stream woes where we miss the finish once again. Classic style, Samdo Norris. I like that. And Yuri Van Dongen looking like he doesn't want to cross the line there. He's just having so much fun. He's going to drive the circuit backwards for the next 12 laps. Anyway, a good, exciting finish there. I didn't really click that maybe it was kicking off because it was the last lap, but I feel like maybe Sam Wooldridge had tried to put a move down to that corner, which we saw him go past Albert Serigili earlier on. And we saw him in strife as we were on board with Tom Lyons. So that is a shame for Samdo Norris or Sam Stroll. I mean, all of the names are coming out now, so unlucky Sam. So stick around. It should roll over fairly quickly to race 2, but there will be a new server set up, so we will have to jump out and back in. But we'll try and keep that time to an absolute minimum. And hopefully we will be able to introduce our VIP commentator in time for race 2. So we are back then. So race 2 will be underway in a little over 2 minutes, and I'm pleased to announce that we have our VIP commentator straight from a hotel room in Basildon. He's managed to find time in his busy schedule to bless us with his presence. It is the one and only Josh Copeland.
Good evening, Paul. Good evening, everyone. Yep, fresh from a quick race around the M25 at 100 miles an hour, as God intended. Sunny hotel room in Basildon, and ready to commentate on an LMU race.
There we go. What an honour to have a real life race driver in the comms box. If you don't know, Josh races Suzuki Swifts, usually with working engines.
Yeah, not so much anymore. I think for me it's engine number 1, but I think for the series it's engine number 8 or 9. A lot of people with right foots like me, absolutely zero mechanical sympathy.
Oh dear, that's not a good thing.
But for once, I heard it knocking and lifted off.
Always, is that the first time for you ever, like lifting off?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you recovered from that experience yet? The lifting off.
I did feel a little bit lightheaded.
Excellent stuff.
Yeah.
40.
So what have we got?
40 seconds to go, and then we should be cracking on. I don't know what happened in the first race. You might have seen what happened, but as always, I missed the end of the race, as is pretty standard now. But
I
Sam
did see what happened with Sam, and so Sam span in front. I don't think he got hit,
okay.
but Sergini was avoiding Sam around the outside.
Yeah.
Tom carried up on the inside, and that's when he got the overtake done.
Took advantage. Very good.
Exactly. Full send into a yellow flag.
Yes, which, as we know in sim racing, is the way to gain an advantage.
I can say as an actual racing driver, Paul, it happens in real life as well.
Oh, you see that yellow flag, you start thinking, I can benefit here.
Exactly.
I might be a loser, but I might be a gainer. Exactly. Hopefully Sam doesn't into the wall in race 2, or even just spin, because he didn't really hit the wall in that one, but he may as well have. Yes, so it's clicked down to 0. Hopefully the cars will be on the grid. I think I can actually just...
Yeah, I think Sam is causing
happening?
issues by driving around.
Yeah, it says there's a checkered flag.
Just jumped to qualifying. There we go.
Oh, okay. Here we go then. We may have times on the board, but I wouldn't hold your breath. So we'll have a look. It takes a good 2 or 3 laps, as you know, Josh.
Yes, the tyre warm-up in this game is horrendous. I say that with the best will in the world, because it's very, very realistic, and it's nice to actually have to think about it. But it can be, like you say, a good 2 or 3 laps before you're actually getting a representative time on the board.
Yeah, I suppose that's the thing. When the let's get the volume up. When you've only got 10 minutes to qualify, there's not usually that many qualifying sessions in real life where you've got 10 minutes. Having said that, at club level, stuff like that, it's not unheard of to have, 10, 15 minute qualifying sessions. So relatively realistic. It just means you can't keep popping back to the pits every 2 laps, which I suppose is actually more realistic, because I think it's only really F1 and real high formulas that do have that luxury of banging on a new set of tyres.
Yeah, and with the club level as well, it's our practice and qualifying is all rolled into one session. So certainly this year, a lot of my tracks have been brand new to me. So you're going out completely blind in a car you've never driven, and trying to learn a track and qualify at the same time.
Yeah.
And the Swifts are not a particularly quick thing, so you end up doing a 2-minute lap everywhere. You can get 5 laps at best.
I suppose that for me, that's kind of part of the challenge of driving, isn't it? It's being able to turn up at a circuit and be on the pace. Obviously, you're sometimes at a disadvantage because people have been there before, but if you're racing against somebody who's on equal kind of standing and they turn up and they've never raced there, you know that every lap, every corner counts, and the quicker you can get to terms with that lap time, you know you're already at an advantage early on in the weekend. So it's probably a skill to have is to learn those or get those lap times down really early.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I say, it is a skill. It's very easy to say, very, very difficult in practice. I've had a few times where I've sort of gone out and been multiple seconds off the pace and not really understood where. So,
I think we've all been there.
It comes with time.
Yeah. See,
Okay, so we've got Sergini going over the line to start his first lap. So we'll see who's been quick. I've not really didn't catch any of the qualifying, so I don't know who's doing what.
The quickest in qualifying one, which I think they did I'm going to say 201.6, I want to say, or 201.3 maybe.
Fast.
Yeah, he was about 6/10 ahead. So that was Samuel Wibbly, who took pole position in the first race, but then promptly went down to third and then back up to second. So he had a bit of a mare in terms of track position in race one, but he certainly had the pace, and he was certainly on terms with Jonathan Howless towards the end of the race. Jonathan took the win. So it was Jonathan, Samuel Wibbly, Adam Foster, Tom Lyons, and then it was who was battling with Tom Lyons? Sarah Geely.
Oh, Sarah Geely,
yeah. And then I think it was Sam Wooldridge managed to recover about 7th position, I think he was in the end. So, yeah, so there are kind of like pace setters.
I did see on the sort of the fastest lap leaderboard when I joined the last race server, everyone pretty much was doing a 2:02 fastest lap.
Right, so pretty close.
So
then.
It's close.
Yeah. Obviously, you've probably realised by now, people watching, that we couldn't actually get hold of the real Josh Copeland because that would be ridiculous. So we've been left with the robot version of Josh.
Oh, has it gone again?
It's fine. You're the equivalent AI version of the real Josh Copeland. In some ways, better. So, yeah, he's down in the pits. Robot Josh. And he'll be giving us all the insights to this evening because he has many privileges. He's able to hack into the mainframe like R2-D2 into the server and tell us what's going on. And also, what else was there? There was something else that you have. Oh yeah, so Josh has the game running independently on his laptop, so we should be able to go back behind the scenes and check what might have happened to any of the guys when we inevitably miss it on the stream. Oh, a few of the guys struggling in this qualifying session. I don't know if it's just because they're pushing a bit more, but we've just seen Albert Seragili losing the rear and once again losing the rear. Ooh, so
yeah,
nearly taking out Adam Foster. So what times have we gone now? Yeah, we're still on a 2:03.4 at the moment, so with only 4 minutes to go, we're still a couple of seconds off the pace. Obviously, by the time they come round to complete this lap, they're probably on the pace. Is that Samuel Wibbly on it?
That spin's going to hurt Sergini as well, because that is going to ruin his times.
Yeah, is there much
such a high speed part of the track?
Yeah, is there much kind of flat spotting? Do you get a lot of that on this game?
Yeah, the flat spots on this screen can be absolutely huge and very, very easy to pick up. Obviously not so much in the GT3s because you have the ABS, but you will pick them up from a spin like that, and the tyres will be roasting hot. So it will probably take half a lap at least to cool them back down again.
Oh god! So we can't get the tyres warm enough, and now you can't get them cool enough.
It's a fine balancing act, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It looks like he's doing all right now.
It looks like Adam Foster weaving in the background. I wonder if these are still approaching this lap as a bit of a warm-up lap. It's hard to really tell. Let's see if he improves.
Yeah, they get 2 flying laps after this one when they cross the line. So I think, nobody's going to get 3 because it's 3:30 and the front guys are already
so
Samuel. So it'll be 2 flying laps from here.
Yeah, Samuel doing a 2:01.947, so we're in the 2:01s now. Everyone else 2:02, mid 2:02s as they cross the line. So Sam Wooldridge and Tom Lyons in second and third on mid 2:02s. Samuel, the only person in the 2:01s so far, but looking at Adam Foster behind him, he's going to be matching the pace of Samuel on this lap if he can stay with him. So we've got a bit of a gauge on screen, but it looks like he might have lost a bit of time already.
Has the qualifying delta started working yet, or are they still
It appears
as terrible as they were before?
The qualifying deltas are correct. So on the tower as it stands at the moment, you can see how far they are away from pole. I think it's the live delta that's really causing the issues.
What about the purple sectors bottom? Line timing there.
On the
that was always funky, wasn't it?
Yeah, so that's probably still funky. I can't guarantee that.
Go through the second split, shall we?
Yeah, it looks like he's. So he has done that sector 1. It does look like a fast sector 1. I can see his time here is a 36.5, which is fast. Adam Foster's a 10th quicker in sector 1 though, so that'll be interesting to see if. And we can see Adam Foster behind him on the track. So these two, as they just complete the second sector, and Adam Foster, so lost a couple of tenths in the second sector. Sam Wooldridge faster. Oh no, actually Sam Wooldridge not quite as quick in that.
He's on a PB.
So let's see what they are across the line. Improves by 6 tenths.
Wow, that's quick.
Oh, and then Adam Foster still 3 tenths behind. So Adam Foster does improve, but unable to knock Samuel off the top spot. Sam Wooldridge only 2:01.9.
Fastest last sector for Sam, man.
Yeah, that was
happy with that.
Good last sector at 30.3 versus, well, it was half a tenth quicker than Samuel and a tenth quicker than Adam Foster. So 57 seconds to go. So they're going to complete this lap. Hopefully they will have the tyre life. Looks like Adam Foster's done a very good first sector. So this could be, yeah, Samuel Wibley a 10th down in the first sector on Adam, but we did see this happen in the first or the previous lap. So we'll stick with these two. We'll keep focused on Adam Foster because we can see Samuel in the same shot, and we'll watch these two across the line this time around. Sam Wooldridge in the pits then, so he will not improve on third position. He will hope to secure third, but still cars on track. So Tom Lyons and
Sarah Geely in the pits already. He's called it early.
Yeah, so
in the
pits we've got Sam Wooldridge, Albert Seragili and Jonathan Lowe in the pits. Right then, is this the last corner? No,
nope, that's second to last.
last.
This is a drag down. Although Adam's got a slipstream there, that might help.
Yeah, Samuel quick in the second sector. Samuel very quick in the second sector. He might, if he keeps this on, he could improve, and I think he may be knocking on the door of the 2:00.
He's flat. Oh, 2:01.2.
A tenth, yeah. Where's Foster? Oh, he improved, but not enough.
Only 2 tenths back.
Yeah, that is close.
That's tight. Sam Wooldridge P3 will be happy with that. Tom Lyons
so
is still
far,
out there on the lap.
Troy Fryer does improve. Improves, but doesn't improve on position. Finds 3 tenths.
It's a brilliant lap from Troy though, 2:02.3.
Yeah, it's a good strong lap. Who else have we got? Jonathan Howless. Has he just popped that in third? I think he has. Yeah. So he pips Sam to third. The winner of race 1 then seems to be maybe struggling in qualifying spec, because the first race I think he qualified second in the first race, so he's there or thereabouts, but unable to achieve the ultimate pace of Samuel. But see if Samuel can hold on to the lead in race 2. So in race 1 he got taken into turn 1 and 2 by Jonathan Howless, and then Adam Foster was in third. So a little reversal there. So it'll be interesting to see who gets into turn 1 in first. Sam Wooldridge raging in the chat.
Teams and drivers go
One
to
word,
the grid
rude.
for a race start.
Absolutely very rude for the Hall ass. I keep saying I'm going to link Jonathan Hawless, his YouTube channel, in the chat, but I never find time to do it. Do you want to just chat for a minute? I'll go and find his channel, Josh.
I'm not very good at talking at the best of times, Paul, you know that, but
I'm sure you'll manage.
So a bit of a rundown of the standings there, shall we? The Delta's already doing crazy things, even though everyone's in the pits. So and people start to grid up. There's lots. What's the sort of mix of cars looking like? It's fairly big mix. Well, Mercs, Ferrari, McLarens, the Mustang. We love the Mustang, even if it is an awful car to drive. So big respect for Jonathan Lowe for driving that. So we got. I don't know how you use these cameras, Paul. They're awful.
Oh, the system isn't
Camera
great.
control
Put it that way. It's yeah. You basically have to cycle through each camera. So you have the onboards and the TV cameras, but you have to cycle through. You can't select a specific camera, which is really frustrating. But it's a shame because I feel like the actual game looks really good on screen.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a big shame.
Yeah, with the overlays and everything else, it looks amazing. It just needs that little bit of finesse, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it looks like the deltas are truly broken. Gap to leader, gap to next. Anything work? Positions gained and lost. Let's try that one. Okay then, so as we roll down to the final turn.
How many penalties are we going to get for our position? That's a big acceleration from Sam there.
Okay. We won't find out either until they go in the pits. So
I should be able to see them actually. I think because
okay.
I've got the in-game leaderboard up, it should show me.
Yeah.
But the start line is quite early on this track, I believe.
It is. It'll go green about.
It'll be done very soon.
Green flag. Green flag.
So Samuel in the red Ferrari from Adam Foster in the yellow Mercedes, and that's Jonathan Howless in the yellow Lamborghini. So he was winner of the race 1. So it's 4 wide into the first turn. Samuel looks strong. Adam Foster on the outside, side by side, and then Jonathan Howless looking to take third position or maintain third from Sam Wooldridge. Sam Wooldridge getting door banged out the way there. So Samuel manages to...
Oh, Sir Geely's round.
A spin for Albert. The disaster then after that strong showing in race 1. Looks pretty well behind. Oh, Marco Kuhlmann battling there with Craig Fulton, I think, in the black Mercedes. Yes, it is. Those two battling away hard. Jonathan Howless looking like he's moving.
So alive, Paul. It was Sir Geely started from the pits.
He started from the pits.
Yep, so no dramas. Everyone's still racing. And Brown down in P10, he'll be very happy with that. Lamborghini.
Well, he's only just joined, so he's not doing too bad. He wasn't in race 1.
Okay.
So
Right.
we do appear to still have the same number, so we have lost. I think we lost Wesley Beekhouse actually for race 2, unfortunately. Right then, Samuel Wibbly for the first time manages to
gap, isn't he?
Yeah, manages to maintain the lead. Looks like Sam Wooldridge once again.
He's hassling Hawlers.
Jonathan's really wide.
He runs wide, yeah.
Doesn't look like it's cost him too much time down the short straight though, and then that's Tom Lyons lurking in the background, as he quite often does, we've been told by the local constabulary. gets a good
So
run
Tom's in
there.
a bit of a no man's. Actually, yeah, he's right on the back of Sam. Yeah, because he was in a bit of a no man's land going down that straight, but he's got a brilliant run through that last corner.
It looks like he's got good straight line speed as well here.
I can hear Sam crying about the straight line speed of the remark already. Goes to the inside. Oh, that's tight. That's aggressive from Sam.
Like he
had
just,
the right to the space, so took it.
Flashed the lights in warning, I'm about to send it, and then didn't really follow through. I think like Sam would have given him the room, and it's a battle for the lead then between Samuel in first position and Adam Foster in the yellow Mercedes in second, through the fast left, right, left, and then down the hill into the tight right-hander. Can Adam Foster do anything here? No, that McLaren is fast through that section.
That McLaren's got some grip for those high-speed corners. It was always Adam needed to be patient through there anyway. It's not a place you can overtake unless both of you are very, very willing and compassionate towards each other.
Yeah, very fair races.
Nearly runs in the back of him into the braking there.
It looks like this little battle, like this battling for the lead, is allowing the rest of the guys to stay somewhere, you know, in touch. But I mean, it has only been 3.5 minutes that have gone. But currently, the top 7 cars, all the way down to Aaron Sterrett, in one pack, shall we say? So nice and close for the time being until the inevitable happens. But hopefully, we'll be looking at the cars when that inevitable thing does happen. Who knows what that may be at the moment. So 16 minutes to go. Samuel Wibbly leads from Adam Foster, then Jonathan Howless in third position in the yellow and black Lamborghini, and then Sam Wooldridge in the red Mercedes, with Tom Lyons in the Aston Martin for company a little bit further behind on this lap, and then Troy Fry followed by Aaron Sterrett in the Saar-coloured McLaren. That looks like Jonathan Lowe in the background trying to put a move on Yuri Van Dongen in the all-black McLaren. He's on the inside. Can he outbrake Yuri into turn 1?
Later on the brakes, he's up the inside. It's very polite for both of them. He gets some position, takes some position. But Yuri was on the inside, just backed out of it.
I thought Yuri was going to send it back there into the left-hander. He was really close. And speaking of close,
Wibbly and Foster are very close, yeah.
Very, very close through this little complex again. So we know. Oh, and he's lost the rear. Sorry, the Ferrari lost the rear, and that has allowed
goes around the outside.
Adam through into first position. I was calling that a McLaren earlier, but it's actually a Ferrari. But yeah, the Ferrari really quick through that complex. But as we said that, just saw the car rotating. And Adam Foster taking full advantage of that. So once again, Samuel has got it all to do. We know he's got great one-lap pace, but can he piece it all together for a win in race 2?
Close the top 3 up nicely as well.
Yeah, it's just good battling down.
Sam is, about second back by the look of it? Can't use the deltas because they're completely broken.
Yeah, this is old school.
So take a guess on the time gap. Tom Lyons not far behind Sam either. Boy keeping in touch as well. Really good showing from Troy. Really happy.
Yeah, nice and close for the top 6. And as long as this goes on, this battling for the lead, that'll allow the others to stay somewhere close and hopefully
That's a spin
take
for
advantage.
Yuri in the background.
Yuri Van
Dongen
Dongen.
right down.
So we saw him battling away with Jonathan Lowe. And just coming unstuck there, so he's been taken by Marco Koeman in the green and red Porsche, so that is a shame for Yuri. Back to the front because it is close between Adam and Samuel, and Jonathan Howless
Just shows his nose there just to try and get
Oh,
Adam
it's
to-
lost
and it
the rear.
works.
Heavy right foot for Adam Foster, so the lead changes back, so not even a lap then for Adam Foster to hold on to the lead, and he's down into third
He's got
position.
a run.
Oh, and that's,
Was Wallace let him back through?
yeah, looked like
Looks
Jonathan
like he was
Howless.
bending out of throttle.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Looked like he got out of the throttle, so I'm not sure whether he feels that Adam's got better pace and he stands more chance, or maybe something's happened that we're unaware of. I'm not sure, but that's allowed Sam Wooldridge to get right on the back of Jonathan Howler, so it's really put him into quite a good battle. Not good for him, but good for us. And that's released Samuel Whibley.
Just watching the replay, there's nothing I can see. Jonathan just gets out of the throw and lets Foster back through.
Very strange.
Maybe he's just betting on Adam and Sam sort of having a bit of coming together and holding each other up.
He doesn't want to get involved.
Waltzing through to the victory.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to get involved, so I thought, I'll allow you to go forwards. I'll stick with Sam Wooldridge behind me because he'll spin.
Guaranteed podium, see? No, Tom is right up behind Sam as well. He's going to be close on these two straights. Has to whiff in a straight line.
Yeah, it does seem like certainly the last third of the straight, he kind of matches the Mercedes here, and then you just start to see him closing in. About
Flash
here.
of the lights from Tom as well, just to get in his head. Can he carry the speed through the last corner?
Ooh, a little switch.
Good run from Sam there, good
That
exit.
is a good run from
Good
Sam.
calling for two there.
So this is Lamborghini versus Mercedes. Down the main straight, we've got Adam Foster just in the distance there. Nothing Sam can do this
Big
time
look
around.
from Sam though. Big in his rearview mirror. It's allowing Sam Whibley to disappear a little bit, I think.
Yeah, Sam's I'd say that's probably 1 second, 1.2, maybe 1.3. So relatively comfortable for Sam if he can maintain the pace, but we do know he has made a couple of mistakes so far. So this top 5 is looking really close, all the way down to Tom Lyons in the Aston Martin. So if these guys can be there towards the end of the race, there is always the chance of making a few more positions late on, especially if Sam gets up to his old tricks.
It's time between Yuri and Marco Kuma back in the 12th, side by side, going into the fast speed corners. High speed corners.
Side by side, Porsche on the outside.
Being very, very polite to each other, leaving lots and lots of room.
Holding hands through the window, I could just see there. They were exchanging phone numbers in McDonald's car
Swiping right on
park.
Tinder.
So a good little battle further back. Do like that Porsche livery, very nice, very individual. And that is Ant Brown in 13th. He's having a bit of a bloody nightmare this evening, a latecomer this evening, and just not able to put performance together at the moment. Switch back to the front, and Tom Lyons is looking again pretty close. Let's jump on board with him once again. Oh, he's not quite as close as he appeared.
Really struggling with that last corner, aren't they?
Yeah, struggling to kind of get the. Yeah, he's struggling to get the. I don't know if it's traction or just a good exit. Really, it just doesn't seem to have the legs at the start of that straight compared to the Mercedes.
Trying to compare last laps, but Foster's last lap was invalid, so he's out of track limit somewhere. A 2:01.7 for Samuel Whibley last lap, which is very, very quick in race trim.
Yeah, 2:01.4.
But say enough. Yeah, that's rapid from Jonathan.
Jonathan, so the winner of race 1 lining up here then. We saw him give that place back to Adam Foster. But is he just toying with these guys, knowing he's got the ultimate pace? I'm sure we're about to find out.
Just giving himself a hell of a challenge if that's what he's doing with 8 minutes to go.
Certainly has. Yeah, just 8 minutes or 8.5 minutes to go, and sits there currently in 3rd, but not a great distance behind as we see the 2nd on the door of that Mercedes.
It looks like Samuel's pulled away a bit in that middle sector there. That gap's looking a bit bigger. Jonathan's starting to claw back at Adam, maybe? Tom Lyons right in the back of Sam Wooldridge as well.
Yeah, the Delta's saying 20 trillion seconds. Not sure that's very accurate.
What's that in terms of light years?
Oh, Jonathan Howless is round.
Doesn't
We've
hold the
lost it.
brakes.
Jonathan Hallis loops it. I think that was self-induced, but hopefully Josh can check the replay. So we were saying
Take a look.
might have sat there biding his time, but that has not worked out for him whatsoever. He's not going to get up to the podium positions with only 7.5 minutes to go now. That has totally ruined the chances for Jonathan. I did post his link in the chat, so maybe you can see what happened to him on his own stream. But yeah,
It
big
looks like
mistake
he just
there.
unsettled it over the inside curve of that corner. It's a quick corner, and you're on car really loaded up. And it's just rattled the car over the curve and just gone right on him on traction.
A disaster then for Jonathan. So he's
He's right on Troy's bumper.
Oh, and that's
Tom making a move on Sam.
Yeah, just so Tom, as we jumped onto him, was very, very close.
Like
And it looked like he was sneaking up the inside. A sneaky snifter from Tom Lyons.
It's all
Sniffing
over the back
blood.
of Sam here. It's fairly static at the front between Samuel and Adam.
I was going to say, is it? Oh, and it's
Oh, there goes Tom. That's
Sam goes
beautiful
wide.
move.
Yeah, wide on the brakes. We mentioned in race 1, it's so easy to snatch a brake and just run deep in that downhill, off-camber, horrible corner. And Sam, it's a little bit early, but he's made his mistake. Will that be the last one?
Maybe that's his strategy this time. He'll make a mistake early so he can recover from it.
Earlier,
He's coming back out, Tom,
smaller.
here.
He is fighting back.
There's a joke I can make there for, but I'm not going to make it on stream.
We're not allowed. There was talk earlier of a certain racing driver, and there was just nothing I could say that would be correct.
Oh, this is on the back of Troy as well. There's two battles going on at the same time here.
Yeah, this is close. I would be surprised if Jonathan doesn't have the pace to get past, but you can see them in the background. So let's have the first battle down into turn 1 then.
I'll keep an eye on Jonathan and Troy.
They're side by side in the background. Let's see if they Sam does anything into turn 1.
McLaren's
He
got
doesn't.
legs though. He's going to try to go around the outside. That's a brave move if he can get that done. He gets his start, but has he got the traction? He does. That's a brilliant move from Jonathan there.
He's got a good cutback though. Where's that McLaren
Really
got
well
the
done.
legs? He's defending.
Yeah, he sees the threat. Just got enough. Lovely car placement there, just right in the middle. Just takes off all the space he can. Just blocks that run from Troy. And Tom is in front of Sam Aldridge. Even
I think
missed
he
that.
was already. Was he not already in front?
Oh,
Sam,
no, yeah,
Sam ran wide at this corner.
Yeah,
And I
sorry.
think Sam was battling Tom into turn 1. I think that was right.
The opposite of a poor moment there.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. You can take my mistakes. It's so easy to do though, because something happens and 2 seconds later you've forgotten all about it, and you're like, there's a change of position.
Just jumping from action to action. Yeah.
Oh,
So we got going on. Aaron's trying to close on the back of Troy. From that battling from Jonathan and Troy has allowed Aaron to close off a little bit.
yeah, he's right on the back of them. Just a quick comment on Samuel Wibley
Interesting
at the front.
traffic limits from Craggle there.
Oh, Craggle.
Craggle driving a track he's made up by himself.
Just a quick one on Samuel Wibley. So he's actually done a 2:01.188 at the front, which is storming pace for. I mean, that's quicker than the qualifying time, as far as I remember. It's half a second.
Qualifying was 2:0 something, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he's found his mojo.
absolutely a much better race 2 for Samuel. And these two battling away, so it's Jonathan Howless in the background. You just see the lights flickering away. He's passed Troy and cleared off. Let's see if Aaron Sterrett can do anything about Troy Fry. We must not forget about the end of the race. There is 3 minutes to go.
3 minutes left. 2 laps.
means-
Oh, that's a big moment from Troy. Just got to had a big little one on the power and just let Aaron through.
Yeah, so Aaron through into 6th position then.
Troy will be very, very annoyed at himself after that, I'm sure. Just got on the power a little bit too hard, too early coming up for that first corner.
Yeah, and that's a shame
Just
because
tried to spit him back into the pit lane.
yeah, because Troy's had
Spot
a
it and only got one from lost one position.
yeah really good evening so far from Troy. Really on the pace this evening, so that he will be disappointed with that. Still, as you were at the front.
We're gonna have, no, we're not going to have another 2 laps, are we? It'll be 1. No, it'll be 2.
This one plus the next, I think.
So
Everyone's
just looking at
spreading
Tom
out
Lyons
now.
is looking a little bit low on energy there. 7%.
Ooh, let's see if we can look at the energy. No, we can't even look at that. It's fantastic.
So you've got Sam Wibley on 9%, Adam and Tom P2 and 3 on 7%, and then 9 or 10% for everyone else. So the front boys are looking a bit low. They'll probably be alright if this is going to be. I think they won't quite get the other next lap, so they should be fine.
Yeah. So out of all of the options for the tower, none of them work. Oh, no, none of them. Tyre.
You tell me
Tyre
there's not
works.
6 million seconds between P2 and 3 though.
That's a lot of digits. A lot of digits. Just realised we're still on qualifying information. Apologies for that. Not that it makes much difference in this. Wonder if this works. Sometimes you can get a battle on the deltas. Is that going to work? No,
You got
that
a
doesn't work
flag
either.
somewhere. What's happening there?
Yellow flag, right.
P8.
Spot the name. Albert Sergili looked like he was.
I think it might have been Troy again. Sort of rounding over a curb. And remember, this is last lap, Paul.
Oh, yes. Right. Let's jump to the front. Let's give him the glory. Sorry for Jonathan. I think I've missed the last 3 finishes. As you can see, the gap
We've done
down.
the exact same thing. So I think he's really struggling with the tyre wear after that first spin.
Right. As you see, the gap at the bottom of the screen is fluctuating somewhat as he rounds this sector 2. So it's not actually a million miles in front of Adam Foster. So Adam Foster has stayed on the back of Samuel, but the outright pace of Samuel, when he needs to turn it on, he can really turn it on and is able to.
My deltas have somewhat fixed themselves. I don't know what I've done, but it looks like Samuel's 2.3 in front.
Oh,
That sounds low. But
as it
that's
oh, it's
because I'm
going
not
round
live. That's why.
the last turn.
Flash the
That
lights.
is, yeah, flash to the lights, and then
John
Adam Foster
Samuel
behind.
there.
Crosses the line to take the win of race 2. Adam Foster in 2nd position. A good result from Tom Lyons in 3rd. Then Sam Wooldridge manages to keep it somewhat pointing in the right direction to take 4th position. Then 5th, Jonathan Howes will be very disappointed about that mistake early on and quits back to the pits almost immediately. Aaron Sterrett crosses the line in 6th. A good finish for him. Troy Fry followed by Albert Seragili in 7th and 8th, and then Jonathan
I
Lowe.
would be praying for one more lap there.
Yeah, that was
Just
really
enough
close
to get
finish.
past. Oh, and Brown on the back of Craggle coming into the last straight. Not quite enough time.
Nearly gets him across the line. And Brown 11th, then Marco Koeman not far behind in 12th position, and then Yuri Van Dongen bringing up the rear in the all-black McLaren, which sounds like he's run out of fuel. Maybe
It
it's
shows
just
5% actual energy, but it
Yeah.
could be.
Maybe it's just the audio.
But
He did change his livery today, and I don't think that's really worked. Right, so that was race 2 with round 5. I think there's 6 rounds, is there, Tom? Josh?
Tom will be very offended you
I
said
know.
that. Yes, the last race next week will be a wet race
Oh,
at Interlagos.
Interlagos in the
Guaranteed
wet.
moistness.
Yeah, you are
And
going
we
to be
thought
moist
we'd pre-advertise it and let people know so they can know what to expect and not hate me
and not
before
turn
the
up.
race starts. All that.
Hopefully they turn up, because we did have quite low numbers this evening. 14, I think we had today. So hopefully we will have more in the next round, which is the final of the series. And we won't be streaming on Sunday, unfortunately. I'm not sure if there's actually a one-off race or if it's the start of a new series on Sunday, but we won't be streaming Sunday. So just the last round on Tuesday, which we will be streaming, all going to plan. So thank you very much for joining me, Josh. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me, Paul. Hope I was fairly useful.
Absolutely. Without having replays, it's you just left to guess what may have happened. And thanks to everyone in the chat. Thanks for joining us once again. It is great to have you in the chat, just even if you're chatting amongst yourselves. Always adds a lot to the stream, and hopefully the guys can watch this back this evening. Certainly race 1 was a bit of a beauty. Race 2 a little bit calmer, but still good close racing, and a shame for a couple of the guys making mistakes later on. But thanks for joining us. We'll see you on Tuesday, and enjoy your week and your weekend. Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye bye.